Today I'm going to show you how to make pickled red onions. Pickled red onions are a tangy and flavorful condiment made by soaking thinly sliced red onions in a mixture of vinegar, water, salt, and sugar. The acidity from the vinegar helps to soften the onions and infuse them with flavor, while the sweetener adds a touch of sweetness and the salt balances the flavors. Pickled red onions can be stored in the refrigerator for several weeks, making them a convenient and versatile condiment to have on hand. Alright, so the first step for our pickled red onions is to slice it. So what I like to do is slice it in half before further cutting it into thin slices. Now you want to take your time and preferably use a sharp knife and cut it into thin slices, because remember what I liked, I think the best way to explain this is you want to think about the size of onion you want to eat or you want to bite into. So you want it really thin, so it's not too overpowering. It's not going to overpower your dish, whatever that may be, because you know this condiment can go on a lot of things. But you just want it to blend in nicely. You don't want it to overpower your dish. So just take your time and cut it into thin slices. You could even use a mandolin to get it into those paper thin slices, but a sharp knife is sufficient. And I prefer the red onion as opposed to the typical white or Spanish onion, as the red onion is a little sweeter, not as sharp as the Spanish onion, and also the color, because you could use this pickled onion as a garnish for your dishes as well. Right, so now we're gonna just set this aside and go on the stove to make our pickling solution. Alright, so for the pickling solution, we start off with some water. It's a medium-sized saucepan. Going in with some salt, apple cider vinegar, or acid in this case, and some honey, or sweetener in this case, because pickling is really just a balance of acidity, sweetness, salt for flavor. Salt also helps with the natural fermentation, natural preserving qualities. And then these three ingredients, this is all based on your personal preference. So here I'm going in with some star anise, clove, and one whole bay leaf. So you just want to mix this until all your salt and honey is fully incorporated into your liquid mixture. Reduce to a simmer. Let it simmer for about 3 minutes, I would say. And then that's pretty much it. Of course, you could use brown sugar. Brown sugar is a good substitute as well for the honey. I just prefer the honey. The honey adds a little richness, more depth in flavor, adds a whole other element to the pickling. Alright, so you see it's starting to bubble up here. So you want to reduce your fire to low and just let this simmer for 2 to 3 minutes before you switch it off. Right, so here I have my pickling jar. So what I'm going to do now is just break up the onion slices. This will help to create small pockets of space in the jar for our pickling solution to get in between, so you could fully coat our onions. So I'm going to pack the jar with the onions. And the beauty about this recipe is you could begin enjoying these onions in 30 minutes. You don't have to wait long for the pickling solution to take effect. Now, of course, the longer you leave it, the more enhanced flavor profile will be, as we'll have more time to develop and allow all the flavors to marry. But yeah, you can enjoy the same day. So what you want to do is fill it up, pack it in, and then pour your pickling liquid over it until it's fully submerged, and leave it uncovered until it comes down to room temperature before covering and storing. And you can store this right in your refrigerator. There you go. Star anise. and the bay leaf on top.